which reached up to around 300 millimetres. So East Coast lows, they can produce very, very isolated heavy rainfall, but I guess we are at this moment, we're expecting that it could be rainfall totals anywhere up to 200 millimetres near our coastline around southeast Queensland. They're broadly 24-hour rainfall totals that currently predicting. So most of the rainfall around southeast Queensland will be during Saturday, but some of that rainfall totals, when you do get these kind of rain events, can fall within a much shorter time period, down to around 3 or 6 hours. And it's those kind of rainfalls that occur over a local scale that can lead to any flash flooding issues.
Beyond this weekend.
Looking at pretty much moving into Sunday, as the system moves down into New South Wales, we will see westerly winds push across much of Queensland, and that what it essentially means that pushes a dry continental air mass across us. So pretty much by Monday, we won't have too much rain anywhere across Queensland. So we're currently warning for the areas around southeast Queensland, from Fraser Island down to the New South Wales border. But as I mentioned before, we are expecting that showers and storms across our southern and central districts today could experience some thunderstorm activity, which could just result in some locally heavy falls. So it's pretty much areas up to around our central parts of the state that could also experience this rainfall. So essentially we're getting abnormally high tides during the course of this weekend. And with those tides, we were expecting some dangerous surf conditions as well. So between the combination of those two factors, the higher than normal tides and the dangerous surf conditions, could just lead to some beach erosion about our Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast beaches. And with that, there could also just be some very localised inundation of those low-lying areas that we know of along our southeast Queensland coast.
I just asked, knowing you're there from the Bureau, and it's not very definite exactly where, how do you pre-position now, like the Swiftwater crews and that sort of, to be ready?
Well, the reality is this is a forecast, so we are predicting fairly significant weather. We've been doing planning for the last few days, or preparation for the last couple of days, to ensure that we have our resources prepared, we have equipment ready. If we need to pre-deploy staff, we will do that. We need to ensure that we have people available, and that's not only from our Swiftwater floodwater rescue people, that's also from our SCS volunteers, our fire and rescue people, our rural fire staff, and also emergency management. So everyone is prepared. We're talking with councils, with local governments, with other agencies, hand in hand with Queensland Police Service, to ensure that we are prepared. So we've been through the planning phase, now the preparation phase, and if need be, if we need to respond, then we have not only the equipment, but also the people and the staff and volunteers to do that. So there's a lot of work that has been conducted over the last few days. We make sure that not only is our equipment up to date and available, but also that those that are trained have their personal protective equipment and they are ready and aware that they may need to respond at a moment's notice. At this stage, we're ensuring that we're maximising our crewing, so ensuring that we do have those people, whether they be on staff, but also available. We will get to a point where if we need to bring additional staff on, then we will do that, and there will be a trigger point across the way. We currently have, we review our severe weather alert levels, and that assists us with the preparation, ensuring that not only we have our staff and resources, but also our operation and coordination centres ready and prepared as well. There has been sandbagging available at local council areas. There's significant supplies out there. If you go onto the local website and also the local government websites, they will identify where those locations are. There's been significant movement around there in the last couple of days, and it's about people being prepared, ensuring that they have the sandbagging that they need, and ensure that we have that available to all of the people within the local communities. But I would suggest that the local government websites would provide the majority of that information.
I just asked, in terms of, we hear it constantly about don't drive, well, is there a zero tolerance approach from police? Anybody they see driving through?
Yes, there is. Look, our primary concern is community safety, and road safety is one facet of that. Common sense must apply. If the road has markers up against it saying do not cross here, do not cross here. We do not want you to endanger your or your family or your passengers' lives. So pay attention, heed the warnings, and if roads are closed, they are closed.
What if you can't get to all of them? Water across the road. People, as you say, travel down that road all the time. Think they can do it. Police car turns up and sees a car, asking to do that work. They get a big.
That will always be considered on all the circumstances. But again, the primary concern is to stop people placing themselves in undue safety. So if a ticket isn't answered, then yes, that's what will occur. But what we're asking to do as communities to, educate themselves, be informed, and if they're locals in that particular area and they know that certain parts of the roadways flood, well, it's probably going to flood again. So it's just a common sense approach. Yes. It's an extremely risky behaviour, and similarly, not only driving through flooded waters, getting on your surfboard and going out to surf, children playing in the drains, that is risky or dangerous behaviour. And as the Deputy said, we would encourage all parents and caregivers to actually know where their children are if there is significant rainfall.
Thank you.
Here.
Dave, when is the next update or weather warning?
Advice there from Queensland authorities ahead of the wild weather expected
Yes.
in Queensland and parts of New South Wales over this weekend. We are now taking you live to Perth. The Prime Minister, Julie Bishop, is there.